Welcome to A Think Week, and welcome to this week's subject, oil. I'm sure my Americans out there are gonna love this one. What brings me to talk about oil? Well, to say the truth, I have just had my engineering final and oil was the main subject, so here we are. By the way, an excuse for the shorter video since I'm taking my finals, I don't have much time. First of all, what is oil? Oil is a mix of organic compounds, mainly hydrocarbons, which was formed long ago by the decomposition of living organic matter. This happened thanks to these friendly old pals, the aerobic bacteria, which first sucked up all the oxygen that was being stored, and then thanks to these lovely dudes, the anaerobic bacteria, which decomposed the rest into a delicious mush of hydrocarbons. They then sat under high temperatures and pressures throughout a long while to be later found and dug up by our fellow friends, the Americans. Now, how do we become Americans and extract the oil ourselves? Well, that's a good question you ask. You first have to inspect the ground that you're being digging for oil. You can never be certain that you'll hit an oil deposit, but a dream and a prayer is good enough. You'll then drill into the ground and that's when you presumably hit the deposit. It's made out of petroleum and natural gas. Stop digging too soon, the pressurized natural gas will shoot out the rig. Stop too late, you'll miss the oil. But if you hit that oh so good sweet spot, the oil pressured by the natural gas will come flying right at you. Great, now you possess oil, but what do we do with it? I mean, you're certainly not gonna put that stuff in your car, are you? Next step is to distill it in massive distillment towers. The crude is passed through a furnace that heats it up to 340 degrees Celsius, at which point all of the crude is evaporated and then is left to condensate in the distillment towers due to the heavier materials tending to stay on the lower end and the lighter materials tending to ascend it to the top. This process is often repeated quite a few times because the materials can carry out each other's and we like our oil greatly segregated, such as we like... Where was I again? Oh yes. The next step is to get it out of the tower, which happens with the help of witchcraft, and then you're left with a lot of components, but not all of them have the same demand, so we can process some of them through cracking to become lighter, more usable hydrocarbons which have higher demand. And there you have it, oil summarized for our fellow Americans. Of course, I'm not gonna get into all the environmental damage oil causes, but feel free to investigate on the matter by yourselves. If you enjoy, don't forget to show your support by subscribing, and I hope to see you soon.